If you guys are in need of coins for any reason, make sure to check out cheapmaddencoins.com. Use code Mike at checkout for 10% off. Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today we have some NFL content. We have my favorite player at every single position. Now, I was gonna make this like a Madden related video, but I will be straight with you guys. I want to make this series kind of like separate from Madden, so I can do something other than just play video games and do Madden on my YouTube channel. So this will be something separate. It's more NFL content. The next video like this I want to do is either like ranking all the Color Rush uniforms, what I think is the best, what I think is the worst, or also my all-time NFL team. So like my favorite, or like what I would think to be the best team in NFL history. Like if I could have Randy Moss and Tom Brady, you throw in a little like I don't know why Deshaun Jackson's there. You throw in Brian Dawkins, you got Sean Taylor, something like that. If I could make something like that, where I could do like my all-time NFL team, that video I think would be pretty fun. Let me know if you guys want me to do something like that. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the list. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you're new. Here we are. First off, my favorite quarterback in the NFL. You would think it's someone like Jared Goff, but no. Matty Stafford, Matty Ice, what I like to call him, is my favorite quarterback in the NFL. Reason being, my favorite player of all time is Calvin Johnson. His quarterback for his entire career was Matt Stafford. I watched a ton of Lions games. Matt Stafford, currently my favorite quarterback in the NFL. Now, this pick should be no surprise to anyone. My favorite team in the NFL is the Rams. My second favorite player in the NFL is Todd Gurley. You guys figure out who my number one favorite player in the NFL is currently. But yeah, Todd Gurley, without a doubt, favorite running back in the NFL right now. I won't tell a lie. It's kind of hard to pick my favorite fullback, but Aaron Ripkowski, like his name just makes him my favorite player. I know he fumbled for the Packers in a playoff game like a year or two ago, and it was pretty much downhill since then, but Ripkowski, you're my favorite fullback in the NFL right now. Ever since Odell Beckham made the catch, he has been my favorite wide receiver in the NFL. I think he is so unbelievably skilled. Yes, he's got a lot of drama, but he's one of the better receivers in the NFL. Definitely my number one favorite receiver. For receivers, I decided to do 3 players. So my second favorite receiver in the NFL is DeAndre Hopkins. I'm sorry, Texas fans. I kind of screwed you guys over in the last video. Yeah, I forgot your team, but don't forget, DeAndre Hopkins is one of the better receivers in the NFL. One of the most underrated. He had an off year a couple years ago. People slept on him, and now he's back, beasting and feasting. DeAndre Hopkins is the man and my second favorite receiver in the NFL. T.Y. Hilton is, he's a goon. I'm not gonna lie, I love watching him play. He's only 5'9", so anytime he makes a crazy play, it's like, man, this dude is a short little guy making those plays. Definitely very exciting. Definitely my third favorite receiver in the NFL. Jimmy Graham is my favorite tight end in the NFL for a very long time, even dating back to his days on the New Orleans Saints. Very, very good player. Definitely my favorite tight end right now. Now, in my intro, I definitely said that it would be a little weird when I talked about the defensive ends and defensive line and linebackers. So I'm going to categorize them as linebackers and pass rushers. My favorite pass rusher in the NFL is Khalil Mack. All right, that is definitely my favorite pass rusher right now. My second favorite pass rusher in the NFL is Jadeveon Clowney. Both those guys play defensive ends. Both those guys are absolute beasts. Very fun to play with. I know it's kind of like a normal pick for Jadeveon Clowney and Khalil Mack, but I can't help it. Those are my 2 favorites. Here we are, my favorite player in the NFL, the man I believe to be the best defensive player in the NFL, Aaron Donald. Without a doubt, my favorite player overall, and definitely my favorite defensive tackle. I know it's kind of weird because he plays defensive end in our system, but he's still pretty much categorized as a defensive tackle, even though he plays a 3-4-D end. Back in the day, there was a bunch of Eagles players that I really liked. Now, Fletcher Cox wasn't actually one of them, but I started to develop a liking to Fletcher, I don't know, over the past couple years. He's a very good defensive tackle, pretty much a rival to Aaron Donald, but definitely my second favorite defensive tackle in the NFL right now. Yes, even though Anthony Barr had that hit on Aaron Rodgers, he is still one of my favorite outside linebackers in the NFL, number 55 for the Vikings. My other favorite outside linebacker in the NFL is Mark Barron, the converted safety from the Buccaneers, got traded to the St. Louis Rams and went with the Rams all the way out to Los Angeles. Definitely my favorite outside linebacker right now. As for my favorite interior linebackers, Luke Kuechly, pretty much an obvious choice at this point. Dude's an absolute beast. Gotta be my favorite interior linebacker. Now, this might kind of be a surprise because he's on the 49ers, and Rams and 49ers fans don't really get along, but NaVorro Bowman, one of my favorite interior linebackers. I just love the way he plays. He's got so much grit, so much grind. I really appreciate NaVorro Bowman and all the stuff that he's done for the NFL over these past couple years. NaVorro Bowman, definitely one of my favorite interior linebackers in the NFL. Now we are getting to the secondary players, and starting out my favorite cornerback in the NFL, Jalen Ramsey. This dude reminds me of Deion Sanders so much. He's such a loudmouth. He's so flamboyant. I like the way he plays. He's got good game to back it up. Jalen Ramsey, gotta be my favorite corner in the NFL right now. Richard Sherman. Now, normally I wouldn't put any Seahawk on this list whatsoever, but I don't know, man. I got a soft spot for Sherman. I think he's one of the best cornerbacks in the NFL. I've been a fan of him for a very, very long time. Now, obviously, when the Rams play the Seahawks, yeah, no, I'm not a fan, but we're not playing you guys right now, so I'm gonna be a fan, all right? Richard Sherman, second favorite cornerback in the NFL. Number 27 from the Buffalo Bills, Tre'Davious White. Now, I won't tell a lie. I found out about you in the draft. I picked up your MUT card, and I've liked watching you ever since. I don't know why I like this guy. I don't like his card, but Tre'Davious White, I'm gonna say it. He's my third favorite corner in the NFL right now. I have been a massive fan of Malcolm Jenkins ever since he was on the New Orleans Saints and then started playing with the Philadelphia Eagles. I think he's one of the most skilled secondary players in the entire league. Vastly underrated. Definitely one of my favorite safeties in the entire league. Another player I believe to be super underrated is Harrison Smith. I think Harrison Smith, I'm gonna say it, is top 3 safeties in the NFL. He is so good in run support and pass coverage. Definitely my favorite safety in the NFL right now. Hopefully you guys did enjoy that video. I definitely spent a little bit of time on it. If you did, make sure to drop a like down below. Subscribe if you're new, and guys, I will see you in my next upload. Peace.
I'm so